SHOT Show 2023 at the TC Burton booth with Todd. How you doing, brother?
Good.
We're going to shake hands like Boy Scouts.
That's fine.
Okay, because I kind of have to in a way.
That's fine. That's
a weird thing.
Yeah.
So listen, what? We won't get into the device just yet. I'm just going to. Well, I'm kind of showing it already. But tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your background?
My background's in construction, and I'm a creative person by nature. So my creativity, I see things, I develop things. And then when I see them, I write them down. And then through close friends and best friends saying, hey, you need to go to the patent office. And so I did with this one. And through the process of all that, that's what came of the product. And that's when everything started becoming in place because the patent was secured. And that's where we started from.
Where are you out of?
Indianapolis, Indiana, but the actual office is in Greenfield, Indiana.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is your background?
Background there, I'm a CEO, which is Chief Visionary Officer.
Right.
And I do a lot with the R&D there because of the vision that I see in products. And then with my team, we'll take that to the engineering and let the engineers take it from there. And
how long has TC Burton existed?
We've been in existence, the whole process has been basically about 4 years. But basically also longer than that. The whole journey has been about 14 years.
Okay.
But then the company came about in about 4 years through the R&D and whiteboarding sessions with law enforcement, DOD, to get a product that actually best fit them.
Very good. Now, prior to being with Burton, what did you do?
Construction.
Construction?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Pounding nails and
exactly.
Drilling holes.
Concrete construction.
Concrete?
Yeah.
Good God, man, you just made me think of something. Not to use, I try not to use profanity, but and I don't think that really is necessarily, but did you ever punk iron? Did you ever punk iron?
What's that?
In concrete, that you know the rebar that you put into the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you were the grunt like I was pre-grunt.
Yeah.
It was the young guy who would pick up the bundles of that on their shoulders and carry it around and put it in place and then lay it out according to the instructions.
Did it all.
Yeah.
Did it all. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember those days, huh?
Oh. Don't want to go back.
Oof-ah, oof-ah. They have machines to do that now,
exactly,
right? Okay,
exactly.
Anyhow. So, construction, and do you have an engineering degree, or what's your educational background?
Just high school and trade school.
And figuring things out in the field.
Exactly.
Outstanding.
Exactly.
You see, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So, what was your thought process about this device that we're going to be looking at in a moment?
The actual design came about in kind of a hard time in my life. And through those hard times is when sometimes things come about for the future of your life. And through that creative mind during that hard time, the development of this design started out. And then with that in place, my stepdaughter was in the military for her term, and she was in Afghanistan for a year, and she drove these bikes behind me, the MV850 Polaris bike.
Okay.
And so she had her body armor on, but that's all she had. And so with that, and then now she's a police officer in Indiana, and with that she was involved in an active shooter this past year, the Greenwood Park Mall shooting. So we were right in the middle of the final design to get ready for the show, and next thing you know, an active shooter takes place right in our backyard, and we're sitting there going, we've got to push, we've got to get this product out. And through the law enforcement background of my wife's family, and through my close friends that are DOD based and law enforcement, the help of fine-tuning this product.
Outstanding. Now, what do we call this product?
It's called the LD1, which is Light Dragoon. Light Dragoon is an old term for a dismounted cavalry troop, and the one is just a single rider. So as time moves on to other platforms that we hope, could be the LD2, it could be the LD4, it could be whatever platform is next.
The lucky number LD33.
Exactly, exactly.
You can use that, by the way. I'm kidding. So let's go ahead and walk me through whatever you would like to show.
Okay, basically.
So we have a basic sport, Polaris 850.
Right, and we did nothing to this chassis. The only thing we did is we took the standard Polaris tool and tightened the springs up. That's all we did. So it's a standard bike.
So the springs are factory?
Yeah, they're factory done.
But you said you tighten them up.
Right, and it's a light armored kit, and it's an accessory for an ATV. Just plain and simple, it's an accessory.
So you drop this on an ATV?
Yeah, and we have special design patented parts that will fit the 850 specific, and then the 570 specific, but the actual kit fits them both. And The kit weighs about 400 pounds and it stops up to 308.
308 ball?
308 AK-47.
No, I'm sorry. I kind of stuttered there a bit. 308 ball is what you're talking about? Or 762 by...
Yeah, 762.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And so the concept is to have the driver protected, and it brings you in situations for the active shooter, especially for schools, hospital, malls, you name it, warehouses, clearing that. When the doors are shut, it's only 49 inches wide. That means it can fit in possibly a lot of freight elevators. So you can take this product up and down, and then when it spans out, it's 120 inches. Most of your hallways in schools are about 140-ish, give or take, and so we fit down the hallways. And so because of the weight, and you said the armor itself is 400 pounds? Yeah, the whole kit's 400 pounds.
The whole kit, including the vehicle?
Exactly. No, the vehicle is about 1,800. It's a standard Polaris bike.
And so that weight amount of weight,
right,
including a typical human being
driver with gear on.
Yeah.
The A50 works out wonderful.
Should be fine in a service elevator.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, those service elevators can hold 5 or 6 or 7,000 pounds. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that is. Man, this is just beautiful.
To shut the doors quickly in an instant, the driver just has to floor it and push on the gas, and the doors automatically shut and lock, so the driver can stay focused on where he's doing.
Kind of like how I used to close doors when I was a teenager.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Just punch it.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm seeing some things that are standing out to me.
Okay.
But I'm a knucklehead, so with that in mind, I'll let you kind of walk through it, and I may have a question here or there, but tell me about some of the features, whatever it is that you would feel comfortable with talking about.
Okay, one of the features that we like about this specifically is that when the driver's inside, we have a steel cable right here as the door latch. As you're driving it on the inside, all the driver has to do is just barely reach out, pull the cable, and just barely push, and the doors are in place for a person in the back to ride garbage truck style, and he can get right into place within a matter of seconds. And the driver has the capability of just concentrating, and that maneuver position by the doors opening that quickly, and that adds steadily to where he didn't have to handle the doors.
Just an easy rudimentary lock with
yes,
what amounts to, well, not spring,
right,
but is that pneumatic or
yeah, this is a gas shock.
Gas shock. Okay. Yeah.
A lot of everything on here is standard. There's nothing that sticks out as the whole design is intricate, but all the pieces are just all standard, off-the-shelf latches.
Well, heck, I could do the maintenance on that, and believe me, that's saying something.
Exactly.
So I noticed you've got anything else you want to mention that I haven't noticed, and then I may have some questions.
The one thing that also stands out is that if an area gets hit on the panels, you do have to replace that. So with that, we just, whatever panel gets hit, we just send you the next panels, and then you can install it yourself.
And these can be installed by the... Yeah, here we go.
Well, this will come to you actually as all one piece.
Oh, it's the one piece, okay.
But these front shields and back shields, they're all individual pieces.
So this is kind of a operator view, if you will.
The only way this is relevant to me is if you guys are making the ATV in a very place.
And then of course you've got, I'm just noticing you've got cutouts here.
Yeah, that's for
and so you can stay here and just rest your
barrel,
your firearm. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
And this is designed with the doors to be the correct width.
Yes.
To pretty much, what's the word I'm looking for? To take up the width of a
hallway.
Of most typical hallways in schools or commercial buildings.
Yes.
Yeah. Very good. Armor is at the rear as well.
Yep.
And of course we've got an open area here.
Yep.
That is beautiful. What is estimated cost for this?
Right now,
kit?
the kit is listed for $36,000, and all those parts are replaceable as accessories or ordering.
What would the cost, say, a replacement door be?
That right now we are not final on all those pricing yet.
Okay.
We're right out of the gate. This is the very first show our company has ever done, so we decided to go big or go home.
Right.
So we are at one of the world's largest shows of its kind, and this week has proved its point. And so with that, we had to get everything ready that we could. And then, but not everything we were able to bring as accessories that are to come, and then also the final pricing for all the individual pieces.
How many orders have you taken during the show, out of curiosity?
As of right now, I'm not elaborate to say, but a lot of things are in process globally as well as domestically.
Well, you know, and I'm sure that there's, if this was just debuted, with a lot of those agencies or departments or entities, there's probably, you know, clearance of authorization for purchase and sale.
A lot of departments take time to make sure all the personnel has time to look at it and review it, and if they want to demo it, we come and demo it with their SWAT teams or any of their security teams or whoever wants to see it demoed, and then that process starts. And
of course, it looks like you've got at least several color options, and you can get departmental or agency insignia on the doors, or pretty much anywhere you would need it to go.
Right.
Yeah. I mentioned earlier, it reminds me of the Rook. And have you had any collaboration with those folks at all?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah. Outstanding. Well, Todd, is that about it?
That's it.
Okay, you have a very safe trip home.
You too, thank you.
And all the best to the family and your daughter and your stepdaughter, okay?
All right, thank you.
Take care, man.